Good morning. I dreamed a dream. I was at a psychiatrist's house, and the psychiatrist I might know. I'm not sure whether I know the psychiatrist, but he told me at one point that it was on the beach. He said he was right. He said his house was right on the beach, and he had posts in the ground. I saw one of them that held up the house. And he told me to stay in his house while he did other things. I guess went to work. And he injected me, I think, with maybe 1 or 2 injections. And then he left for work. Or whatever he left for. It is October 13th, 2019, about 6:30. October 13th, 2019, October 13th, Sunday, about 6:30. He came home one time, and I don't remember exactly what happened. I think he came home he came home like about once or twice. First time he injected me twice, I think, in the arm. And then like a day or 2 later, he did 7 injections to me. And when he injected me with 2 times, I prayed to God that I'll be okay. I was praying while he was injecting me. And when he injected me 7 times, I prayed for him. I prayed that everything would be okay. His son was also a psychiatrist, so he would say something, and his son would back him up. And he told me he wanted me to confess to something that was false. He had a piece of paper, and I think I was reading it, or a collection of papers. And he wanted me to confess to something about myself that was false. And I said, this is fraud. And he basically said, if you don't sign it, you'll be in trouble. You'll be in trouble. And that might have been when he injected me 7 times. One time, I think one or 2 times was in the butt. 1 or 2 times were in the butt, and then in the left shoulder. And I prayed to God, because I knew this could be very bad for my health or kill me. And that was about the dream. The psychiatrist's son would back up the psychiatrist. And when I would contradict the psychiatrist's son, he would say, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not a psychiatrist. In real life, I told my psychiatrist asked, no psychiatrist ever asked this to me before that I ever remember. I'm pretty sure no psychiatrist asked this to me before, or I would have answered truthfully. As a Christian, I answer truthfully. My current psychiatrist, asked me, do you think anybody's out to hurt you? And I looked to the side. I thought, how do I answer this question? I thought, well, yes. I just answered yes. And she said, who? And I said the name of the psychiatry, of the psychiatric institution. And she said, that's paranoia. But as you can see, I don't look too good. There's a sore there. If you can see it, if you haven't seen it, you don't see it now, you probably have seen it before if you've seen some of my videos. There's a sore there. There's a sore here. I look old. I'm not quite 50 years old yet. And this is what they've done to me. And she says, do you think anybody is out to hurt you? And I paused and I thought, well, how do I answer this? And I thought, well, I just said the yes. And she said, who? And I said the name of the psychiatric agency. So that was the dream. God bless you. I asked my psychiatrist whether she was a Christian. She said she was a psychiatrist and she didn't have to answer that question. She said I had to answer her questions, but she didn't have to answer my questions. I just asked, are you a Christian? And if I don't answer every question of hers, she gets upset. She tells me, you didn't answer my question. She'll even say that there was a nurse, and she said the nurse asked you to talk with you, you didn't answer her. You didn't talk with the nurse. I said, well, I did talk with the nurse. I just didn't answer every question she asked. And it's been a lot of that. You know, you have to answer every question I ask. If I ask you, you know, if you think somebody's out to get you, and you don't answer, that's a violation of what you're supposed to be doing. If you do answer, you have to answer truthfully. And if you answer truthfully, and we find out that you think that somebody's out to get you, you're in trouble. Which is funny, because if I think somebody's out to get me, and I'm in trouble if I don't answer it, and answer it truthfully, how is somebody not out to get me? All right.